What the fuck is up, y'all? I'm so excited to share this review with y'all because, oh my god, a book that I actually liked in 2022. Surprise! That's fucking crazy. But yes, so today I'm going to be talking about The Cruel Prince. I will be talking about the entire series at the end of the video because the series review is not long enough to be its own review. Also, yes, I am wearing the same clothes from the last book review because it's literally the same day. I just have nothing else to do. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the writing style. So I already knew Holly Black. Like, I know that she writes like books for preteens. I felt like the first chapter, like the prologue, was really influenced by that. I did like it. Like, it really gave off like the grim storytelling. So the writing style genuinely seemed more marketed towards preteens. Like, if you know your books, you know that like books written for like children or preteens, young adults and adults are quite distinct from one another. Kids have shorter attention spans, so like the authors have to like twist their words for those younger brains to comprehend. I really couldn't get into the first 10 chapters because it seemed more like a children's book to me, but I just felt like it just didn't give young adult from like 16 to like 22. Like, that's how I feel about young adult. I felt like the book was more of a read for like 12 or 13-year-olds. At first, the world building was a little strange to me because it was a mix of our modern world with the fairy realm. I thought that they were going to be talking about like the medieval world, but it's literally like our modern world and then like medieval fairy world with like princes and princesses. It was like really weird, and like they wore leggings too, so it was like I couldn't really get into that. It is pretty easy to imagine and to picture in your head though, so that is like one good thing about like the world building. Onto characterization. So I'm only going to be going over 3 characters to save time in this video because I'm pretty sure like I don't have much to say about the characters anyway. Jude. First of all, I just want to say that the people online, the way that they talked about Jude, like they really overhyped this book. Like they made her seem like a natural born badass. Like she's not. She's really not a badass. She literally talks about like her fear all the time. The way how people market this book is like, "Oh, she's so cool, guys. Read this book, this badass female main character. She like slowly poisoned herself so she can be immune to poison." Yeah, like she did, but like they missed the part where she literally like suffered throughout like the entire book because she was scared. Just very like just a girl who's trying to survive. It's not really an issue with the book, but like it's an issue with like the people marketing the book. Like the way how she took poison, like I said, like she wasn't, it was almost sad. Maybe it's Holly Black's writing style too, but like it really didn't feel badass. I'm saying that too much. But another thing that kind of limits her badassery, we honestly don't really see Jude fight. And like when we do, it really doesn't give like how everyone online hypes it up. And I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, I'm giving it lower star ratings because like of online people. Like I had expectations for this book and like it didn't meet the expectations because of the people online, but that doesn't really take away from how I read it. I think that she is just another girl who is just trying to survive. I actually like the concept of her just being another girl who's just trying to survive more than like the online readers pinning Jude as badass. If the author is trying to insinuate that Jude is an actual character that is super badass, I don't think it's given. So instead of that, from what I am reading, I'm rating the book based off of just a girl that is trying to survive. Next, I want to talk about Carden. So I'm glad that he's actually like a fucking bully. Like, he really hurt Jude and her sister. From what people online are insinuating, I am imagining a prince that is very arrogant, and that is what makes him cruel because he is ignorant of other people and he does what he is supposed to. But that is not correct. Like, when you actually read the book, he is like a fucking asshole. Like, he is actually like a bully. Like, you know those bullies who like bully you and make you want to like yeah, that is literally Carden. So like you people online, I don't know what is up with you guys, but that it's just not fucking correct. Like he's an actual bully. Like he's not just like cruel and arrogant. Like no, like he is a bully. Anyways, I wish he was more cruel though. Like honestly, like I kind of expected more personality from Carden, but I'm not complaining. We don't see as much of him as I thought we would. Like I wish there would be a little bit more about Prince Carden. I also want to talk about Prince Carden's mini character development. So I think that Holly Black does like a good job with making Carden trust Jude. I think that was a good development. His personality changes when he begins to trust, which is a very important part of the book. I thought it was done really well. You can see him change in a way that is not like Tomi Adeyemi. You can see him like have that internalization where he doubts and he trusts and he doubts. When it all comes crashing down at the end, I thought that it was good. His character development is done well because like readers can really feel the anger and intimidation from Carden. I thought that shit fucking ate. That shit was really good. Like I honestly was like my jaw dropped. Like I was scared. Like I honestly was scared for Jude. Honestly though, like I can't get over the tights for some reason. Like I can get over his tail, but like I don't know. I just can't get over the tights. I want to talk about Vivian next. So Vivian is Jude's sister, who is half fairy. I really like Vivian's character because it really shows the dynamic between the chaotic fairy world and then the modern world where she is longing. She was an actual kid when it happened, so she has memories and she has a connection to the modern world. I think her character definitely helps show the difference between the two worlds. Like she's rebellious for a reason. She also has her own mind, which I think is very interesting. Like her character is different from the others, even though she is a little bit of a brat. You know, like daughters who like don't like their dads fighting her father who like she doesn't like, who is, you know, like she her biological father. And I just want to give like a special shout out to Locke. Thank you for creating the drama. First, I want to talk about Jude and Carden. I loved the scene where they were under the table and Carden was drunk and he really couldn't fight back against Jude. Like, I thought that was so fucking cute. Yeah, compared to like where they were like at each other's throats, like he was gonna fucking kill her. Like, wow. Thanks, Holly. There was like so much of like angst. Is that the right word? Their development between their relationship was very slow. Like, the book is more about politics and romance. So like don't be fucking fooled. The romance is not really there. That's why the romance is kind of slow. Like it's more of a political book, honestly. And I think that that's fine. It's just people are marketing it as like, "Oh my god, romance book. Oh my god, it's so good." Like yes, but there's a lot of politics in it. So if you're expecting a lot of romance right off the bat, that's you're not going to get that. That's what I was expecting. I did not get that. Yeah, like honestly, there really isn't much between Jude and Carden, if I'm being honest. It seems secondary to the book, again, because it is more about like politics and Jude fighting to find an actual place. But I think it's fine. Like no complaints, just like I'm a little like annoyed by those people online because like they're like false advertising the book. But I thought that the book, if you just don't look at that, like it's fine. I want to talk about Carden liking Jude. So I don't mind that it took the book a while to get Carden and Jude's relationship together, but people just overhype it too much. The things that Carden confesses to Jude, so cute. Like they're good. Like oh my god, like it's like it just hits different. Like be fucking real. Like bro, okay, like those quotes, like yeah, they like like the actual dialogue of Carden expressing his frustrated feelings towards Jude made me think that it was gonna go somewhere. And although it never like necessarily did, in like the first book, of course, like I still enjoyed it, honestly. The way his words were like expressed to her, because like they can't lie, but like he's like yeah. Just rating the romance, I would say a 3 out of 5. That's not the book rating, it's just the romance rating. The relationship between Taryn and Locke. I kind of expected that Taryn was talking to Locke after she showed concern for Jude being with Locke and stuff, but like, bro, the fucking betrayal still hit. Like, I understand how their relationship works though, and it was a nice add to the book. Like, it adds another layer of hate that Jude is developing in the realm. Oh my god. Ugh, This couple, my favorite couple is Roiben and Kay, or is it Kai? I don't fucking know. Fuck. Yeah, they are my favorite couple. They're so fucking cute. Like I literally only cared about them, bro. Like I was flipping through the book. I They had more romance than Jude and Carter, if I'm being honest. Jude and Maddox, I like how their relationship was a little bit more complex. Like it showed the difference between family and survival. Like for Jude, like she wants Maddox, her dad, her fairy dad, to like help her. So it's like a struggle. Like he is another part of the scheme where she is trying to overcome, but at the same time she also needs his help in order to like overcome all of that. So it's a very like push and pull relationship between the two. So I did enjoy that. I feel like social media has really fucked up my idea about what the book and the whole plot was supposed to be about. I really expected a heavy and dense political action and romance plot where Jude manipulates her way into the court to become queen. But honestly, it was just like a lot of them being boring and trying to be smart. Like I expected it to be very dense and very smart and very complicated, but it it really wasn't. Like it was a little bit political because she's trying to like get her way up there or like whatever, but it wasn't really complicated because people are like, oh yeah, like she's fighting her way to become the queen. She did not fight her way to become the queen. Like what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like did you guys actually read the book? Like you're fucking shitting me right now. But anyways, I feel as if Holly Black tried really hard to make the character smart, like I said, but like the twists that needed to be twisted for that to happen like just didn't happen. Nobody was smart. Like more smartness would definitely been a great add to the story. Like it would have made everything more complex and more deep. Like I think the plot was fine, honestly. It was fine. It was a very well defined plot. It just wasn't as deep and complex as I expected it to be. Even if I take away my expectations, I feel like there was a lot of potential, but the characters were just not smart enough. So it felt like that link was missing to. So now I want to rate the book. I'm rating the first book, The Cruel Prince, a 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, it it made me feel so many things and it had like me on the edge of my seat. Like I read all of this in like 2 days, I'm pretty sure. And like it had very developed emotions and very good logic. So like why not 4 stars? The reason why I didn't give this book a 4 stars was because the events and the characters were not as smart as I expected them to be in relation to the fairies and the maturity and the type of book that it was, because it was more political and action based. I expected it to be more in depth, more people manipulating. I think that the twists were good, but they were still pretty predictable. I also rated it at 3.5 instead of a 4 because of just like personal preference. Like it was strange to me that like the human world in the book was like directly linked to the modern world. I just couldn't entirely get into that. So I've been sitting in like a weird ass position this whole time. I felt like it made the book a little childish. It reminded me of those books like back then, like the Magic Tree House, where it would link them between like the direct modern world and then a complete fantasy world. I think it's also just because Holly Black writes a lot of children's books. Her writing style just makes it seem a little bit more geared towards preteens rather than like young adults. I feel like they should just like got a gun. Honestly, like boom, 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 problem solved. Don't hate me for this, but I expected the world building to be similar to ACOTAR. A lot of the things that Holly Black stated in the book reminded me of 13 Treasures. Like, have you read that? It's like a children's book about like fairies. So that's what it reminded me of, which is why it also gave me a vibe of like preteens. Okay, so I just want to end the review of this first book. I felt like I was low key fucking scammed because like a lot of the TikToks that I saw were like, oh my god, Cardan, the cruel prince who murdered all his siblings so he could take the throne. Like, bitch, like, you're a fucking liar. He did not fucking kill all his siblings. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, did you read the book? Or are you like paid to mislead us so we buy it? Like, so that was why I thought that the Cruel Prince would be about him being like, like arrogant, but like a scary kind of cruel. But no, he's just like a bully. That's how he's cruel. Like, he's a bully, honestly. It's like, you motherfuckers straight up lied to me. Yep. Okay, anyways. So I did finish reading all of the series. I also read the really short children's book that Holly Black wrote about Carden and like that one witch in the woods or like whatever. And then I tried getting into the Roiben and Kai love story, but I couldn't really get into it because of the writing style. I think that the plot twists that Holly Black was giving us didn't twist as much as they were supposed to. I think that there were many opportunities that were missed to make them better. The letters, I don't know, like the way how she just threw that in there. Like, like the trope that's like, oh my god, when they're like, you never replied to my letters. What letters? Like, I'm fucking sick and tired of that trope. Fucking stupid. But like, it's just like in this book, it just wasn't done well. Another thing, Jude wasn't that smart. Like, no one really seemed smart. So it really diminished the overall depth of the book. But like, why is Prince Dane the only person who had spies? Like, what the fuck? Like, you're actually like, dude, you're shitting me right now. Like, no, you're telling me that no one had spies besides Prince Dane, even though like getting the crown is so like complex and mysterious. Like, okay, so only one of the princes have spies. Only one person has spies. Like, why doesn't Maddox have spies? Isn't he like the fucking general? Also, like the spies, they're not that strong either. Like, they seem kind of weak. But anyways, like the plot plans and twists were a little lacking. Like I said, like there really wasn't suspense throughout the whole book at all. It kind of just felt like I was just reading along and gliding through the book with Jude. The whole series, again, like I said, the whole series was less of a romance more than political action. The politics wasn't complicated. It was really easy to follow. Like, there wasn't much, honestly. I also just want to mention more overhyped themes that people online were talking about, like the letters and the separation between Carter and Jude. People made it seem like they were really in love and they experienced everything together, and then boom, a big betrayal between Jude. But like, it like, honestly, like, it just felt like he was like, "Oh, will you marry me? Okay, now I'm gonna banish you." Like, that's how it felt, like very literal, very to the point. But like, from what people online are saying, like, I can now see why he thought it was a joke that he was like banishing her, because oh, like, she's the queen now, like she can just say no. But he was laughing because it was a nervous laugh and he actually thought it was funny, blah blah, blah. It wasn't really heartbreaking, honestly. It just kind of pissed me off. Also, nobody online said anything about Carden turning into a big snake. Like, what the fuck? So I was not expecting that. Like, even like in the book, like, I was not expecting that at all. Like, I feel like that kind of came out of nowhere, and then she saved him, and then like, it's just like, it was honestly kind of random. I don't know. Like, he just turned back into a human like the next like 3 chapters, which is like fine. I guess Holly Black didn't want to like write like 5 books, but like, again, like, it was quick and random. Overall, I think that all the books ranks about like the same. I think that I would rate this series a 3 out of 5. Honestly, it was very average. Like, I can forget that I read it, because honestly, like, I honestly forget that I've read this book. Like, it didn't really stand out to me. When you read it, like, it is interesting. Like, some parts were interesting, but it's it's pretty forgettable, honestly. It's a very average book for me. Yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.